I still remember that day, an important day, when I was getting prepared to host a family dinner to my entire family. And the importance of the event was that we were to make a collective family decision. So I spent hours preparing the dishes to the tastes of my family members. And when they arrived, surely, I quickly served the table. I set them around the table, making sure that everybody was served the dish that they wanted to, that their glasses were filled and refilled with their favorite drinks. I was just walking like a like a bird, making sure that everybody was fed, happy, that everybody's opinion was heard, seen, and included. And boy, only then, when I was convenient and comfortable that everyone was taken care of, did I take a seat at my table to have my meal. Does this experience sound familiar, ladies? When you are hosting your dinner to family? Yeah. So, and then when everybody was gone and I was reflecting on my own, it just hit me. Wow, many of us actually walk the life with this type of caregiver's mindset and this serving attitude. And, it just travels with us into the professional arena, into the workplace areas. And how does it show up there? Well, it shows through our commitment, diligence, hard work, right? So sometimes, or pretty frequently, some of us would even work long hours to just, in a pursuit to deliver high-quality results. We women, we are loyal followers. We are committed employees. And we care, and that's why we take every effort to create this friendly and inclusive work environment, right? But here comes the challenge. How come that the leadership is still an uphill battle for us? How come that women are still underrepresented in the senior leadership roles? I worked across 4 continents, leading diverse commercial and cross-functional teams, working for global oil and gas and energy corporations, and I've seen 3 barriers repeated over and over and over again, regardless of country's origin. And the very first one, and I think you might have already guessed, it's our caregiver's mindset. So, where does it originate? It actually stems from our upbringing. When we are raised as little girls, what words are we said? We said, "You're a girl, be nice, be kind, be soft, don't be loud, be quiet, follow the suit." Ladies, do you recognize some of those words? Sure enough. And in the workplace areas, for our hard work and diligence, when we are offered the leadership opportunity, what happens? How do we act? Some of us actually, hesitate, wait, and start thinking with the caregiver's mindset kicking in. Well, am I taking away somebody else's opportunity? Or then another battle comes into play when we start self-doubting. We say, am I good enough? Will I be able to lead with confidence and decisiveness? Will people follow my lead? Sounds familiar? And let's be honest. When these 2 leadership traits, decisiveness and confidence, when those are exhibited by men, how is he taken? How is he viewed? Positively or negatively? Positively, right? Because he is viewed as a confident, charismatic, and dynamic leader, and anybody would love to follow him, right? But when the same 2 traits are exhibited by a female, how is she taken? Negatively or positively? I'm reading your face, your reaction. So how is she taken? Negatively. How is she viewed? Any suggestions, any words, any phrases? Exactly. She is viewed as arrogant, aggressive, hostile, difficult, sometimes too much to handle, right? So No wonder why she hesitates to step up and step into the leadership role. So we then think that we are skilled, we are an expert, and this is the very first barrier. So the second one is the lack of visibility. Sure enough, delivering high-quality results and performing well matters. But what also crucially matters is your visibility. What does it mean? It's not a big secret that many big decisions, many big business decisions, strategic moves, people shifts, and leadership and promotion opportunities are discussed not in the office rooms, but where? Those are discussed during late-night dinners, during team-building drinks, during bonding events over golf or other types of games, right? So those discussions are there. And where are we women? Are we present in those late-night networking events? Hardly so, yeah. So where are we? We actually head straight home from our business hours, after our business hours, to take care of our family or to enjoy the solitude. And some of us, consciously or unconsciously, view these late-night networking events as a pure waste of time. And I should admit, I used to be one of those. And if we are not present during those formal or informal discussions, that means we are not seen. And that means we are not known. And that means that we are not included and considered for any promotion or leadership opportunities. Yeah, exactly. That face tells a lot. And number 3, oh boy, this one is a tough one. It's not well discussed publicly, but it's a valid one. It's about the competition. And no, it's not about the competition between male and female. It's about the competition between female and another female for leadership opportunities. Why would you say we would compete? Yeah. It's because of the limited number of spots at the leadership table for females to fill in. And that shortage creates rivalry and competition. And how does this show up? Well, some of us would shut down good relationships with another female colleague if we learned that she also applied for the same leadership role. Or some in leadership role sometimes would hardly support the conversations about the career progression with another female employee. Or some, once we got into the top echelon of leadership club, would tightly shut the door behind them and, would only make their alliances with males rather than females. Is it a good way forward? Obviously not. But how do we break through these barriers? And the solution is in the ACT framework, which I guess I will not be writing down. So ACT, let me walk you through the letters. A stands for acknowledge and action. C stands for connect strategically and communicate broadly. And T stands for transform and collaborate. So A, next time when you are offered a leadership opportunity, don't hesitate. Don't wait. Just action upon it. Accept it. And yes, acknowledge your caregiver's mindset, but with a strength, but not as a weakness. Why strength? Because only true leaders lead with their heart. Only true leaders care their employees' well-being and their professional growth. Only true leaders do that. And when employees see that they are seen, heard, included, and cared, trust me, they will take care of your business. So C, connect strategically. Reach out to your boss. Find a mentor among the higher-ups. Find the one that you admire and you respect. Share with them about your career aspirations and professional growth. Because guess what? Leadership is not a solo act. It requires support. So connect and develop these strategic and powerful connections so that they can advocate for you when the right opportunity comes. And another strategic ally is your second half. Yes, ladies, it's your husbands. Why? And please, never assume that somebody is or should be aware of your aspirations, your pains, and your desires. So connect and reach out to your husband. Share with him about your pain, about your objectives, about your desires, because after all, they are the wind beneath our wings. If it wasn't for the support, love, care, and trust of my husband, I would hardly have been able to explore and pursue international business and leadership career opportunities. So, in terms of communicating broadly, reach out to other leaders from other functions who are within your area of professional interest. Talk with them. Set up one-on-one sessions. Reach out during the lunch and learn sessions. And offer yourself to lead or be a part of the cross-functional project. This would help you build internal business knowledge. This would help you build internal networks. And this would help you build your visibility. Also, join industry associations. Join targeted LinkedIn business groups. And don't be passive. Communicate, connect, collaborate. And this would help you build your industry knowledge and build your industry networks. And finally, sign up for professional targeted trainings and leadership development trainings so that to up your skills, technical and leadership, so that you are ready and competitive to pursue targeted leadership opportunities. And finally, T, transform and collaborate. Transform whatever competitive mindset you might have into a collaborative one. Whenever you see a female leader or a female colleague standing firm in her position, outlining constructively her viewpoint, which you feel agreeable with, do not shy off. Speak up. Support her visibly and loudly. This would help to build that bond, respect, partnership, and collaboration. And if in leadership role, coach, guide, mentor your female employees. Encourage them for professional growth and seek some career development opportunities for them. Because only through this collaboration would we be able to challenge the status quo. Would we be able to transform the current realities, making female leadership a norm rather than an exception. And you know, if there's any key takeaway from my today's speech, I would like you to remember this. Leadership has no gender, nor does it have the skin color. Leadership is not given, it's earned and claimed. So please act today and get ready to claim your seat under that leadership table and make it bigger, creating the space for other females to follow your suit. Thank you.